All right, we're here today with a stock review using my Abundantly Erica stock picking system for MasterCard, MA. The ticker is MA. And this is a great stock, I'll just be really honest from the get-go, that this stock is very stable. Okay, so like our first thing to do whenever we want to consider a stock to buy is just reference this little checklist of do I understand the company and is it a monopoly industry dominator or is it on trend right? So MasterCard is definitely an industry dominator in the credit card processing industry. So is Visa. Those are the main little things that you see on the back of your credit card, right? And there's this little logo and it says Visa or MasterCard usually. And there's only two, really, okay? There are other companies that do payment processing like Stripe or some of these other things that you see at the coffee shop, but they have no real industry dominance like Visa and MasterCard do. Visa and MasterCard also tend to move kind of in sympathy with each other in the stock market in general, so that's just something to keep in mind. But yeah, do they have a monopoly? Yeah, it's a really good monopoly too. Like they hold it with Visa. And essentially what happens is that every single credit card charge that you send through their system, they get a 3% cut of every sale. And we are in a world where people are only swiping cards more and more often. And we're using credit cards to pay for more and more things as we become a cashless society. So that trend will only continue. And Visa and MasterCard are there to reap the benefits of that. Excuse me today. So I'm going to just pop back over to our stock chart here. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to review the charts. We're going to see if the 5-year, 1-year, and 3-month charts are all up. Today is September 10th, 2024. The market has had a pullback. But what you see here that's so incredible about MasterCard is it's at an all-time high. And the market is going through this funk. Like we've had a massive pullback. At the end of July, beginning of August, we rallied then, and now we're having this other pullback, and it's just the market's kind of blah, ick, right? But MasterCard is looking gorgeous. So when that happens, I really take note because it makes me want to have more in my portfolio in MasterCards because it's proven itself to be sort of like a stable stock. And I love that. So the 5-year chart, if you notice, it's at 71% up. That's great. It's not like exceptional. It's not like the best chart. Like it's not going to compete with Apple. It's not going to compete as being good as Costco or anything like that. Like there are better stocks for growth out there. But as far as it being sort of stable and staying in range and continuing to go up, MasterCard's got it. Also, I don't really feel that there's that much threat to their business, which is another thing that makes this stock very interesting to me because the whole financial systems would have to be altered and people would really have to move over to things more like PayPal or Stripe or something like that to take them out of the mix. And I just don't think that's going to happen overnight. Like if it happens, it's going to happen as slowly and we're going to see their earnings and revenue come down and we're going to have some warning. We're going to have time to get out of this stock if we need to. 1-year chart is up 17%. I don't think anyone's complaining about that. And then the 3-month is up 8%. So it did go through some of this pullback, but it's going right back up. So that's awesome. All right. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to answer that question. So are the 5-year, 1-year, and 3-month charts all up? Yeah, they are. They look exceptional. So now we're going to look at are the revenue and gross profit on the financial statements up year over year. So we're just going to go hit this financials button right here on MasterCard. And we're going to look at this top line total revenue. 15, 18, 22, 25, 26. We're just looking for all those numbers to go up, and they are. So they are pulling in more money. Okay. The other thing that's interesting about this is the more inflation goes up, the more these guys benefit from that. Think that one through. It's kind of wild. Also, gross profit, 11.5, 14.3, 16, 19, 20. So they're growing. They're always growing. They're always finding a way to increase their profits year over year. This is exactly what we want to see. This is like textbook perfect stock in my mind for my review. Like I'm like, okay, I want to buy shares of this. And I do buy shares of this. I buy at least 1 share a week. Yeah, now you know. Okay, and then the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to go back to this thing and say, do institutions love the stock? They do. That's why the stock is going up. Okay, institutional ownership in the stock is very high. It doesn't have a ton of volatility in it, which is good because when you log into your account and you're a MasterCard shareholder, you can look at your account. It doesn't vary much from day to day. So as for like a long-term hold, this can be a really interesting thing to have in your portfolio. I like it. Again, I call it a portfolio stabilizer because it doesn't dance around a whole lot. It slowly gains value, and I just like it for that fact. I also like it because bonus. Does it pay a dividend? Yes, it does. And you will never be upset when you get a dividend check for the rest of your life. It won't bother you. And so the dividend is quite nice. Here we have where it says that the forward dividend and yield is 2.64. So you get paid pretty nicely when you own a share of Microsoft. If you own 100 shares, I mean, it gets even better, right? So I do like it for that. I'm going to just go one step further for some of my options traders, some of the people that trade options, either through my course or just trade on their own, and just do a little bit of like analysis on the options chains and what those look like. I'm expecting a very like sort of moderate premium to come in from these, and that's exactly what I'm seeing here. So I always look at the 3-week, just on the money strike. So this is about 3 weeks from today, and what we're seeing here is that the amount of premium you can get is about $625 for selling the 490 strike. And that's a nice premium. That's a nice premium if you want to options trade this in a stock that is not so likely to go down in a pullback. Why can I say that? I'm saying that because we just had one and it's not down. And I've observed this stock over the years, and I keep seeing that. The other thing that I tend to love about MasterCard, wrong word there. MasterCard stock is they have a killer fourth quarter. Why? Because we're all going to the store and we're swiping that card that much more often because Thanksgiving is in there. Whatever holiday you celebrate, whether it's Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, that's all in December. And then we have New Year's, which everyone likes to do more swiping the credit card then. So we have this really high expense few months, and the stock likes to go up dramatically then. So I can even see this being a swing trade where you just hold these shares for the last quarter of the year and see how well you can do on a swing trade there.